Forge gang! Alright, so this will be about the instance of every death of Shenron and future Shenron and, dark or evil Shenron. Alright, so this will be cool. Alright, so Shenlong is the dragon god or dragon demigod who is basically one of the very first characters introduced in the series. He is a very ancient dragon, basically, and he's based upon Chinese folklore. So in Western tradition, dragons are seen as evil, they're seen as menacing and bad, and generally they represent times of plague and pestilence and war and ravage and stuff. So dragons in Western society are not seen very positively. But in China, the dragons are known for bringing good fortune to the people. The dragons are seen as intermediaries between this world and the world of the ancestors or the world of the gods of Chinese folklore. Dragons are very important in Taoist folklore and stuff, and there's a lot of Taoist practices about so-called using dragon scales in Chinese alchemy or in ancient Chinese alchemy and all sorts of stuff. There's even people today in the People's Republic of China that still believe that dragons are real. Hey, what's up, Rick Perry? Woo! Let's go! Forge gang! Alright, so there's people in the Far East that still believe that dragons are actually real or still alive, or they were real in the past. So that's the folklore behind it. Alright, so when Toriyama first drew up and created Shenlong, he had a couple of different stories before Dragon Ball where he had a wish-granting dragon. Now, Dragon Ball was not the first manga or anime series to use a wish-granting dragon. There was other anime series in the 70s and early 80s in Japan that actually did that. So the Dragon Balls and the dragon are really highly overused in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, GT, Super, and Heroes. After all, the name Dragon Ball is based on the Dragon Balls. So there's a couple of stories that Toriyama drew before he wrote Dragon Ball between Dr. Slump and Dragon Ball, where he had like 7 magic orbs with different stars or different number of stars on them, that when you put them together, you could summon an entity known as the dragon, which is like a genie from Arabian Nights, and make a wish. Now, the Dragon Balls are inspired from the magic lamp and the genie's lamp from Arabian Nights. So anyways, when Toriyama first drew and wrote up Shenron and the Dragon Balls and stuff, he wasn't really taking into consideration a lot of the stuff that he did later. What's up, the third 4? Let's go! When do you want to do a Yu-Gi-Oh! Or that other thing? I can't think of the other one you wanted to do. I think it was a racing game. But let me know, bro. The train just came by here. Okay, so the Dragon Balls are based upon Arabian Nights and stuff. And if you watch the first 13 episodes of the original Dragon Ball series, you will notice that Bulma dresses up in Persian robes. Several of the characters are dressed up in Persian outfits at different points. And you know that episode in Dragon Ball where Monster Carrot appears and the Black Rabbit gang and all of that? A lot of that surrounding, or those surroundings, are based on some kind of town or something in Iraq or in Iran. So You can tell by looking at the first story arc that there's a lot of Persian influences. So it gives you a good clue as to where Toriyama got inspiration for the Dragon Balls. So Shenron is the eternal dragon. He is the dragon demigod, or the dragon god that grants various wishes. And he's actually introduced in Dragon Ball the movie, or Dragon Ball the Legend of Shenlong. In the West, it is known as Dragon Ball the Curse of the Blood Rubies. And that movie came out before the Dragon Ball anime did. In the anime series, Shenron or Shenlong first appears in episode 11 at the very end, when Emperor Pilaf decides to give a summoning of the Eternal Dragon. So the dragon grants wishes and stuff, and so anyways, the first time that Shenlong actually dies is when Demon King Piccolo Daimao, fires a Masenko blast out of his mouth and basically kills Shenron or Shenlong. The dragon blows up in a humongous smoky explosion and he dies. And his right arm or left dragon paw, one of his dragon paws falls to the ground and there's some blood. And then all of a sudden, the dark clouds and the bleeding paw vanish into thin air, as if it didn't exist. Even the blood that was dripping disappears as if it wasn't there. And the Dragon Balls turn to stone. Now, Goku goes up to God Sama's lookout at the end of the Demon King Piccolo arc, and after, he agrees to train for the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai to defeat Ma Jr., God or Kami revives or resurrects Shenlong. The next time that Shenlong dies is, now this is very interesting because Demon King Piccolo and God Sama were connected with their life force. If one of them dies, the other one dies as well, because they're psychically or telepathically connected. But Goku actually does kill Demon King Piccolo, but Kami and Shenlong are still alive, right? Well, I think what happens is that it's because Ma Jr. is the reincarnation of Demon King Piccolo, so that's how Kami stays alive. The next time that Shenlong dies is when the Saiyan Nappa, the Saiyan Elite, fires a DZ Ki Blast or Kai Blast, and he tries to kill Son Gohan, but Piccolo blocks the attack, and so Piccolo is killed by that. And that also kills God, or the god of Earth, Kami. He dies, and so Shenlong also dies because of that. We can do Yu-Gi-Oh! Whenever you are ready. Awesome, bro. I'm excited to do it. Yo, Forge Gang, what's up? Let's go. God is with Forge Gang, let's go. Alright, so anyways, on Planet Namek, on old Planet Namek, Dende summons Purunga, and the first wish revives Piccolo. Piccolo is brought back, and Kami, or God, is also brought back, and so is Shenlong. Because later in the Frieza arc, Mr. Popo uses the Dragon Balls to wish back all the people that were killed by Frieza and the Frieza Squad. Now, this is an interesting thing, because is it possible that when Dende made that first wish on Namek to revive Piccolo, is it possible that Demon King Piccolo was also revived by that wish on Earth after he had been dead for all those years? So that kind of leaves one of those interesting plot holes. A lot of people don't notice that kind of detail. Alright, so that out of the way, The next time that Shenlong dies is in the future Trunks timeline. So Toryutaro drew up this chapter, this special chapter back in 2016 for Dragon Ball Super, and it shows artificial humans 17 and 18 attacking West City, Bulma's escaping, and Piccolo and Vegeta are both leading the resistance in fighting the androids. So at some point in the history of the Trunks special, Piccolo is killed by artificial humans 17 and 18. They basically just one-shot Piccolo and kill him. So God is also killed, and so is the Dragon Shenlong. And then Shenlong just stays dead, basically. Now, in the Dragon Ball Z timeline, that's affected by the time travels of future Cell and future Trunks, Shenlong technically doesn't actually die, but ceases to exist because Kami fuses with Piccolo to create the Super Namekian warrior, and this is between the androids and the Cell arc. But Dende becomes the new god of Earth, and he uses a special ancient Namekian ritual to create a new demigod for Shenlong. So Shenlong is sort of revived by the new guardian Dende, and then when the original Majin Buu, the original Majin, or Kid Buu, or Pure Evil Buu, blows up the Earth, the Dragon Balls are destroyed, and so is Shenlong. But the first wish from the Namekian Dragon Balls in the Majin Buu arc, late in the Majin Buu arc, revived the Earth. Well, the Earth is restored. We don't know about the Earth's moon. Technically, the moon was destroyed by the mutant Roshi. It was brought back after the 23rd Budokai. Piccolo blew up the moon again in the Saiyan arc, and then when Mecha Ati Frieza and King Cold come to Earth at the very start of the Androids arc, the moon is back in the Earth's orbit. So the moon was destroyed by Kid Buu, but it came back because you see it in the Moro arc. In Super, the Moro manga exclusive Moro, or Galactic Patrol Prisoner arc. So anyways, could future Trunks ever travel to New Namek and wish the Z Fighters back? That is a very good question, and it is one of the things that Toriyama and Shueisha never try to bother to answer. They never actually try to answer that, the third four. But we do know that Kaio-sama, or King Kai, would have the knowledge for future Trunks to go to New Namek, planet New Namek, and use the Namekian Dragon Balls to wish people back. But for some reason, future Trunks and future Bulma never try to get in touch with future King Kai, because he would be the only one to know. I mean, that's how they got to Old Namek. Why not do it with New Namek in the future Androids arc? But you have to remember that Zamasu and Goku Black made a wish to the Super Dragon Balls for them to all cease to exist. So after that happened in the Goku Black arc, there are no Dragon Balls anywhere in the universe. At least in Universe 7, because the Super Dragon Balls are gone. Anyways, the first wish of the Namekian Dragon Balls restores the Earth. The Dragon Balls might have been restored as stone rocks after the first wish, and then the second wish revived everyone who had died since the morning of the previous Tenkaichi Budokai. And that's probably the wish that restores the Dragon Balls in Shenlong. Now, in Dragon Ball Super, Frieza, when he's defeated by Vegeta, when he gets his ass kicked by Prince Vegeta III, blows up the Earth. The Dragon Balls are destroyed when the Earth is blown up. However, Whis reverses the flow of time to before the Earth blew up. This happens in Resurrection F and in the Dragon Ball Super Resurrection F arc. Now, in the second Broly movie, Goten makes a wish, or Son Goten makes a wish that his dad was there. Now, Goku is briefly brought back to life, returns from the afterlife or from the other world, and helps Gohan and Goten kill Broly. However, after Broly is killed, Goku vanishes and the Dragon Balls scatter in outer space. Is it possible that Shenron did what the elder Kaioshin did in the Majin Buu arc and exchange his own life for Goku to be alive for a few minutes to kill Broly, and then Goku is dead again and the dragon or Shenlong is alive because of that? There's also points in the Dragon Ball Z movies where it seems that Kami and Piccolo have already fused, but Dende is not yet the guardian or the god of Earth, and if that is the case, then there's no Dragon Balls. A good point of that would be the first Cooler movie. Dragon Ball Z, the epic incredible power versus power, known in the West as Cooler's Revenge. In that movie, it is very likely that there are no Dragon Balls on the Earth, because Kami and Piccolo have already fused, and Dende is not around until the second Cooler movie. It's also possible there are no Dragon Balls in the Super 13 movie. Didn't King Piccolo kill Shenlong? I just covered that earlier in the video. Yes, he did. After Piccolo wished for his youth to be restored by the dragon, and his youth was then restored, he killed the dragon. Anyways, the next phase is the Goku Black arc. So Zamasu switches bodies with Goku and becomes Goku Black. It's very likely that Goku Black killed Dende in that timeline, and when he did that, Shenlong was also killed as a result of him killing Dende. From that timeline, he also probably killed Mori on planet New Namek, and that also destroyed the Namekian Dragon Balls. He probably also killed Monaito, which also killed off the Cerealian Dragon Balls, and probably also killed the Universe 6 Namekians, and that also killed the dragon in Universe 6 on that planet Namek on Universe 6, and probably in all the other universes. Goku Black also probably wished for the Super Dragon Balls to cease to exist in that timeline before he went to Future Trunks' timeline. In Future Trunks' timeline, the second wish that future Zamasu makes is for the Dragon Balls to all cease to exist. So basically with that wish, Super Shenlong is killed, and the planet-sized Super Dragon Balls simply cease to exist. And all of the Dragon Balls in Universe 7 and Universe 6 are wiped out and no longer exist because of that. And so anyways, that being taken into consideration, was there any other instance in Super of the Dragon Balls being killed or dying off? I don't think there was. Alright, so in Dragon Ball GT, at the end of the baby arc, in GT, the Earth blows up because of the overuse of the first wish that Emperor Pilaf used to turn Goku into a child. Because of that one wish, the very power of the Black Star Dragon Balls overpowered the Earth to where it would blow up in a year. So anyways, the Earth blows up, Piccolo dies, and the Dragon Balls are either destroyed and Shenlong is killed in the explosion, or Dende got the Dragon Balls and took them to New Planet 2 Suforian. If the Earth Dragon Balls were taken to New Planet 2 Suforian, then Shenlong did not die. But I don't know exactly for sure about that. Now anyways, at the end of the Super 17 arc, the Dragon Balls are overpowered with negative minus energy. They're overpowered by negative minus energy, and so they're corrupted and crack. So when Goku, Pan, Giru, and Vegeta and the guys at Capsule Corporation try to call the dragon, Black Smog Shenlong appears instead. And Black Smog Shenron, or Shenlong, is the evil counterpart of Shenlong. He breaks up into the 7 Shadow Dragons. Now, when Omega Shenlong is killed or wiped out by the Universal Super Genki Dama by Goku, and he dies, Goku kind of almost has an Ultra Instinct moment, summons up a Universal Genki Dama, or Galactic Genki Dama, and kills Omega Shenlong. Shenlong is brought back to life with the Earth Dragon Balls, and he appears without being summoned, or called forth. Anyways, Shenlong heals Goku, he grants one wish, and I believe that when he grants that wish, he gives up his life as a result. And because of that, he has to go to the realm of the dragons, and he lets Goku, because he is pure of heart, to go with him. So Goku and Shenlong are not alive, but they're not dead. They're basically almost demigods, and they both take the Earth Dragon Balls and they go to the Dragon Realm at the end of GT. Now, if you watch the Dragon Ball GT special, the Goku Jr. special, Goku Jr. finds one of the Dragon Balls to try to bring Pan back to life because she's dying in the hospital. So does that mean that the Earth Dragon Balls return to Earth after 100 years, or did Dende simply create a new set of Dragon Balls? We don't really know entirely for sure. Now, in Super Dragon Ball Heroes, in the Machi Kaibira Demon Hellgate arc, there is a version of the dark or evil Dragon Balls as well as evil dark Shenlong that is used. At the end of that arc, I think Goku actually kills evil Dende, who is being manipulated by, what was her name again? That evil demon witch that's the sister of Demon Lord Dabra, or the Demon King Dabra, from the demon realm. She's killed and he's killed, and that dark version of Shenlong is also killed. So that's basically all the instances of the death of the Dragon Shenlong. God is with Forge Gang. Absolutely, bro. Dragon Ball, hey hey. Could future Trunks ever travel to planet New Namek and wish for the Dragon Balls? That actually happened in Dragon Ball Shin Budokai Another Road. I would suggest that you play that game, Shin Budokai Another Road, because that happens in that occurrence. Did you put him up to this, Kadoki? No, I did this video myself. I don't know what you mean. Roar Hoa, or whatever, dude. Not sure what you mean. Did Frieza call Vegeta the N-word in the new season of Dragon Ball Z? I have no idea what you mean, dude. Dragon Ball is made in Japan. Your wooden shack... Hold on a second. Your wooden shack looks really small. I don't live in a wooden shack. The dragon died hardcore. Didn't King Piccolo kill Shenlong? Watch the beginning of my video, Dragon Balls. Okay, I got here late. Yeah, you missed the first part. Imagine trying to kill a depiction. TBH, you should try to put I. Can any Namekian make Dragon Balls, or just some of them? Only certain types of Namekians can actually make the Dragon Balls. They're made alchemically, and they have to know and have knowledge of getting pieces of the Super Dragon Balls down from the realm of the gods to create their own Dragon Balls. But as long as they can do that, just about any Namekian, as long as he is pure of heart, can make their own Dragon Balls. But they have to be a Namekian, and they have to be pure of heart. TBH, you should need to transfer these kind of short streams into videos on the topic. That's what I'm doing. Hey Eric, ooh woo, I got huge Dragon Balls. Hi T, baby. My laptop screen is bigger than Warhammer's television. Yeah, I doubt it, bro. Alright, I'm gonna go to Bardock now and end this. See you there.